And we're live. Political Woodstock. When life gives you challenges, what are you supposed to do? Well, we can talk about that. Got some new background music. Free royalty free. I like it. Well, it's September 2016. We just had the first presidential debate. I use that term loosely. Did you watch? Did you see what I saw? I thought so. Let me turn this down just a little bit more. Alrighty then. Well, I'm going to bring a name from the past. Kipling. You remember him? Yeah, the writer. I went to the Kipling Society. .com, KiplingSociety.com, where they have a listing of a lot of his, his poems. You know what? I need to check something on my thing here. Let me check my settings. It's been a while since I really did a podcast from my, let's look at the microphone thing. I hope this is the right one. Okay. I have the right one. It won't close. Okay, now it's closed. So. Alright. We're going to read this poem. I'm going to put some different music in the background. Let me lower the levels on it as well. The poem I'm going to recite is called If by Mr. Kipling. And you can see him reciting his own poems on YouTube if you want. But this, I was looking at the KiplingSociety.com. I think it's a really good place to go to. I'll give you some background on him. He was born in 1865 as America was in the throes of the ending of the Civil War. He died in 1936. He was born in Bombay, not to be confused with Dr. Bombay of Samantha in Bewitched. He was born shortly before New Year's Eve on December 30th. His father was an artist and a teacher of architectural sculpture. And then, of course, his mother was Alice. She was one of the talented and beautiful MacDonald sisters, 4 of whom married remarkable men. I guess that's what you did back in the 1860s. You married a remarkable man. Anyway, there was John Lockwood Kipling himself. So young Rudyard's early years in Bombay were happy. Bombay's in India. When he was 5, he was sent back to England to stay with a foster family in Southsea, where he was really unhappy. That experience colored some of his later writings. And when he was 12, he went to United Services College at Westward Hole near Bideford, where the headmaster, a friend of his father's and uncle's, fostered his literary ability. There was a lot of separation in his life from the people that he loved. So I want you to keep that in mind, and how he internalized and set to words what he was feeling, and how that relates to the common man when you're facing circumstances that might be challenging. So let's go ahead and turn on that music, shall we? This is Political Woodstock, September 2016. Kipling's poem, entitled If. That's still too loud. One moment. Okay, there. Let's see if I can just turn it down in my ear. All right. The poem entitled If. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. I just messed that up. I actually practiced this. Let's try that again. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting or being lied about, don't deal in lies. Or being hated, don't give way to hating. And yet, don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make your dreams your master, if you can think and not make your thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster, and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose, and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch. If neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. Concluded. I always liked that poem. I recently stumbled upon it and found it to be assuring to me at this point in my life. You know, Tracy Chapman has a song. I think I may have it. I'll check. It's called At This Point in My Life. Let's check to see if I have it. But it talks about basically when we're younger, we think our lives are going to go a certain way. And then we get to that point in life where we say, at this point in my life, and then we fill in the blank. Let's see here. It's a little bit dark where I'm at. Let's just do this. Hold on one moment. Having to get a little bit innovative. I had all these different tracks set up, and I don't have long to talk, so I don't know what I was thinking. Let's do this. All right. I guess I thought I had it loaded up. Where is it at this point? Ah, there it is. I do have it. I also like the song she did called Wedding Song. It's one of the best. If I were to ever to get married, I think I would use that song. It's a lovely song. If you don't know what it is, then I suggest that you listen to it. I think I'm just going to end this little short podcast with this song at this point in my life. I'm just going to play a part of it because I got to get going. But I look forward to talking to you guys. And there's a lot going on in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and a lot not being said. The whole truth is not out there. I do believe the Crutcher family, is entitled to some privacy. I think the media should respect it. I'm alarmed at what I've heard. And then there's some people out there, well, why don't you say what you've heard? Yeah, there are stories out there. I do not know if they are true. But I can tell you this. Reverend Crutcher in June 2016 was at a community meeting. ACT was an acronym for the group. I forget what the acronym stands for. But it's at the Rudiskill Library in North Tulsa. I was there. And he was talking, or the members of the group were talking about the Know Your Rights campaign. Know Your Rights is a campaign to inform the younger people especially, but people of all genders, sex, races, different shades of humanity, to know their rights when dealing with the police, sheriff's department, and municipalities. If stopped by the police, for example, and you're walking on the street, to say things like, am I being detained? If they say no, then you move on to the next question, which is, am I free to go? Now, Reverend Crutcher was talking about this with other people at the meeting, of which I was one of those people. And there was only about 5 people at this meeting. It was kind of a small meeting. But they were talking about saving the lives of the young people, informing people of their rights. He talked about how happy, or he was proud of his son. There was discussion about his son. Now, I want you to know he was proud of his son. In June 2016, they was talking about a Know Your Rights campaign that would save the lives of others, other men's sons. And yet his own son was gunned down in September 2016. So you may be at a point in life where you're saying, at this point in my life, and you're looking around at what you can do. Be proactive. Talk to your neighbor. Talk to someone that's a different shade of humanity than you are. Lighter, darker, different gender. Start the conversation. Don't let it end here. Reverend Crutcher did not let it end there. Remember the Crutcher family, each and every member. From Terrence Crutcher's common law wife, or whatever label they put on Franchel, to his parents, to his children, to everyone that Terrence loved. And that's a pretty darn big group, because Terrence Crutcher had a big heart. I only got to work with his father. So let's listen to Tracy Chapman. We'll end this short session with At This Point in My Life. Thank you for listening. And let me raise the levels. And I wish you a good and safe day.
Done so many things wrong. I don't know if I can do right. Done so many things wrong. I don't know if I can do right. Trust in me, hope I won't let you down. If you give me a chance, I'll try. doing the best I can at this point in my life. This point in my life, though I've mostly walked in the shadows, I'm still searching for the light. Won't you put your faith in me? Oh no, that's what matters. If you give me a chance, I'll try. See, I've been climbing stairs, but mostly stumbling down. I've been reaching high, always losing ground. You see, I've conquered hills, I still have mountains to climb. Oh, right now, doing the best I can at this point in my life. Before we take a step, before we walk down that path, before I'm making any promises, before you have regrets, before we talk a minute, let me tell you of my past, all I've seen and all I've done, the things I'd like to forget at this point in my life.
And I thank you for listening to another edition of Political Woodstock. Remember to speak up, be heard, take action. Express that compassion today. You never know what someone's battle is that's walking in those shoes. Thank you for listening. And I'll be live later today and tomorrow and the next day